Hello, everybody. This is live breaking news. We just got word from the New York, this is sourced from the New York Post, that the Fani Willis case, this is the last case that they have been prosecuting against President Donald Trump, that they're saying that dismissal is imminent. I've got with me right here, this was a post from the Pitbull, Steve Sadow. You know him. I know him. We all love him. If you don't know who Steve Sadow is, he represents President Donald Trump, President-elect Donald Trump. And, I've been in talks with him as well. We follow each other on X. By the way, follow me on X because I post a lot of stuff on there I can't post anywhere else. It is literally the last bastion of free speech in the online ecosystem. He has just posted this on X, just a matter of time in which the Georgia court will end it if she is unwilling to throw in the towel. Fani Willis is the last person still prosecuting Trump, but the case isn't likely to last much longer. And I've got some testimony. You're not going to believe this. As the national tide turns, my fellow Americans, president-elect, it's all going our way. We won. Come on in, come on in. Oh my God, I'm so excited, by the way. If you love this, we've got new designs in our shop right now. I'll have one of my mods post a link. It's also in the pinned comment, 100% original, made in the USA. We even got mugs. We got mugs too. You got to go get this stuff. But I'm going to share with you some amazing, amazing information. My fellow Americans, divine justice. Remember what they said about him. The day they raided his home unceremoniously with such discontent and disrespect, raiding a former president's home unannounced, the FBI, like he's some two-bit thug from some banana republic country, raiding his home, exposing the lie of Jack the Ripper Smith, the classified docs case, exposing the lie of the January 6th election committee and the election interference case. Adam Kersinger, you traitor, treasonous vermin. Liz Cheney, who is about as popular as a dead gnat on a molehill in Sudan. Somehow the Kamala Harris campaign thought that was a good idea to trot her out before the election. How'd that work out for you? Not so good. Judge fake Don Juan Merchan has indefinitely adjourned the hush money trial, which every legal expert, every legal scholar, anybody who's worth their weight in gold, maybe America's top lawyer next to who I think Sadow, the Pitbull, Alan Dershowitz, who's a lifelong Democrat, called the fake Don Juan Merchan case the most egregious miscarriage of justice he's ever seen in 60 years of practicing law. What does that say? What does that say? Come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I know it's the weekend. We don't usually go live like this, this early, but I am so excited to see you all. Let me know where you're joining me from, what city, what state, what country. All of these cases are evaporating. All of these cases are going away. And why? What have we been saying? Please let me know in the comments. Please validate me. Nez Nation, my fellow Americans, what have we been saying for months? What have we been saying since the very beginning of this debacle, this farce, this political weaponization of the DOJ that I am 1 billion percent convinced got handed down from the top? Obama world, you're in a world of hurt, pal. Your whole entire construct, your whole entire ideology, your whole entire treasonous attempt to turn this country into something that is a direct antithetical opposition to the framers, founders of our great republic and our beautiful Constitution, the greatest document ever composed? Shame on you. It is all coming back. We are winning. We won. We won, America. We won. Hey, Jeffrey Jordan, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He says, what do you think about the fact that we're going to wind up with maybe a one-person majority in Congress, which means we'll get no laws passed? There's a lot to unpack there, Jeffrey. Stick around. I'll talk about that. I'm going to give all shout outs, and I'm going to give you live shout outs on the air to all super chats and super stickers. Stick around, but we have to get into this. The last case. It's interesting. Let me go back to this real fast. So it's funny how Sadow, Mr. Sadow, who I think is the GOAT, you guys know how much I love him. He's going to come on our show, by the way. So it behooves you to sign up for our free newsletter. It behooves you to subscribe. He says that if she doesn't throw in the towel, it's just a matter of time that the Georgia Supreme Court will end this farce of a case. Fani Willis is the last person still prosecuting Trump, but the case isn't likely to last much longer. So I'm going to read for you these amazing quotes from insider sources that are absolutely huge. I mean, bombshells that are being dropped that really just confirm everything we've been talking about for months, Nez Nation. We are vindicated. This is retribution. This is real justice. Real justice. She's never going to throw in the towel. She's never going to admit wrongdoing. Her ego, her hubris, her absolute unvarnished, unmitigated hubris and ego and megalomania and narcissism will never allow her to admit wrongdoing, to admit that she's wasted millions and millions of hard-working taxpayer funds. Poor residents of Fulton County. I feel like if I had a nickel for every time I said poor residents of Fulton County, I'd be a billionaire by now. These poor people, never mind this case, which she absolutely took advantage of, hiring Nathan American Pie Wade, paying him $1 million, going on vacations, misappropriating forfeiture funds, taking advantage of Fulton County residents, firing the one person who tried to help her, who we had on the show, the whistleblower, Amanda Timpson, who was like, look, Fani, you're going to get in trouble. You're not using this federal grant money that was given by us, the taxpayers. Remember Jim Jordan, the Judiciary Committee, subpoenaed her and she didn't come? Subpoenaed American Pie Wade, though. She's never going to admit wrongdoing. The one person that tried to help her, she fired in 48 hours without due cause, without any justification. She will never throw in the towel. Mr. Sadow, if you happen to be watching, we love you here, sir. God bless you and all the great work you're doing. She will never, ever throw in the towel. She will never, ever admit to wrongdoing. One of the reasons that I think that these sources are corroborated and credible is the fact that, just really quickly, this is an absolute fact. This happened. So I want to be very clear. When I say that, the final curtain falls, Fani Willis case dismissal imminent, it hasn't officially ended yet. But all signs, all credible sources are pointing, all the arrows are pointing, it's going to happen, if not in the next few days, very, very soon. And you know who's going to keep you up to tabs and up to speed on everything is your boy, Professor Nez, as I always do. This is the only place you need to be. So tap that thumbs up if you love America. The Georgia Supreme Court, the Georgia Supreme Court canceled. This is really, really important. The Georgia Supreme Court canceled oral arguments. That wasn't even that long ago. And so, never mind the fact that fake Don Juan Merchan indefinitely adjourned the hush money trial, which is a total sham. Judge Gargamel, Letitia Big Chain James, that trial, that case gone. Jack the Ripper Smith, gone. This is the last one, Fani Willis. But this is something that I even talked to my inside sources about. When the Supreme Court, which remember, there was supposed to be oral arguments heard in December, by the panel of judges, the Supreme Court of Georgia. They were supposed to hear more based on the Fani Willis disqualification hearing that won appeal. So they won appeal. Trump's team, Ashley Merchant, who represents Michael Rowan, they won the appeal and they agreed to hear this case and they agreed to hear oral arguments. It's a 3-panel Supreme Court. They dismissed it. They canceled all the hearings. Abruptly, I talked to insider sources. I talked to some of the principals involved. They all said, we have no idea where this is coming from. We have no idea why they did this. It could mean a bunch of things. We don't want to, speculate or offer conjecture. But now that these inside sources are really saying this is pretty much it. Now it's starting to make a lot more sense why that Supreme Court panel of judges canceled all the hearings indefinitely without any justification, without any reason. It could mean maybe, I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it, but it could mean that these sources are 100% accurate and credible, and that this case could be headed towards an indubitable, indisputable dismissal of all charges. Now, listen to this. So I want to share this with you. This is huge. Wait till you hear this. So this was a high blockbuster RICO racketeering case, okay? Remember, Fani Willis, who's 53 years old, brought this case, this federal indictment, back in August of 2023. And although, this is what sources are saying, so this was last week, by the way. Let me just say this really quick. Last week, the Georgia Appeals Court abruptly canceled oral arguments to get the case thrown out. This was the attempt, remember, that I just said about. Now, here's what sources are saying. Although Willis appears adamant, what a big shock. Tell me if you're shocked by this. Although Willis appears adamant she will stay the course, she could potentially be kicked off the case by a body, remember Bill Cowsert and the Georgia Senate Committee, who are investigating how the District Attorney's Office of Fulton County, aka Cash Money G. Fani Willis, is expending forfeiture funds and federal grant money and state money, which we all know she's doing a complete miscarriage of justice, and she's breaking the law at every turn to her own advantage. We all know this. This is a fact. This is an absolute fact. But here's the big stuff. This is what a local defense attorney, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to bring this quote up right here in the comments. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. And doesn't this just confirm everything? Here is what one local defense lawyer who knows Fani Willis, involved in this predicament quite vociferously, said, quote, Fani doesn't see how she's headed for a brick wall. What a shock. She's going full tilt with vengeance and emotions. My fellow Americans, this is retribution. This is vindication. This is what the American people voted for. We won. Don't forget, we won. We won. The mandate was set on November 5th. We're sick and tired of the propagandist media. We're sick and tired of the Biden crime family. We're sick and tired of your DEI woke transgender ideologies infecting our schools, infecting our industries, infecting the economy, infecting our educational system, our kids. We're sick and tired of your lies. We're sick and tired of you always putting America last. We're sick and tired of it. The people have spoken. We are back. We are back, my fellow Americans. I've been saying this for how long? By the way, here's a quick video. I just absolutely love how karma is such a beautiful thing. This has been such a long time coming. I want to share this really fast because I was saying this even far back as April and actually February of earlier this year. I've been saying this as far back as February. This is an absolute sham. It always has been and always will be. And it is so beautiful to see karma finally rear its ugly head. Remember how snooty, smug, narcissistic, how full of conceit this entire DA's office, Nathan American Pie Wade, Fani Willis, the fake phony in chief, Kamala Harris, who met with Fani Willis before she cited the indictment, and which she lied about on the stand. She lied about meetings at the White House. She lied about everything. Here's a quick clip. How does it feel, Fanny Cash Money G? It's all over. This is called karma with a capital K, and it just stanked your big ass.
No. This is the truth, Judge. And it is a lie. It is a lie.
Well, Mr. Sena, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes. We'll be back in 5.
I very much want to be here, so I'm not a hostile witness. I very much want to be
Not
here.
so much that you're hostile, Ms. Willis, it'd be an adverse witness. Your interests are opposed to Ms. Merchant's.
Ms. Merchant's interests are contrary to democracy, Your Honor, not to mine.
Miss Merchant's interests are contrary to democracy, not to mine. Can you believe this? Can you absolutely believe this, my fellow Americans? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But wait, there's more. There's more. I got another beautiful quote I got to share with you. This is absolutely fantastic. So, she doesn't see that she's headed for a brick wall. With that unprofessionalism, with that absolute disregard for the sanctity of our criminal justice system. Is anybody really surprised? Let me know in the comments. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. But wait, there's more. Check this out. Another inside source says, she's still so full of herself. There's a big shock. Hasn't learned a lesson yet. She doesn't realize she is her own demise, and she's the reason everything's falling apart. Remember, Willis, who won re-election back in November, she has remained defiant, ignorant, bull-faced. She ignored a subpoena in September from the Special Senate Committee looking into the case. Why are you running, Fani Willis? Why didn't you honor the subpoena? Since you say you care about the people, you care about transparency, you got nothing to hide, why did you run away from the subpoena? She refused to show up, refused to testify. And then again, last week, the Georgia Appeals Court abruptly canceled oral arguments. The walls are caving in on Fani Willis, the last case against President-elect Donald Trump. My fellow Americans, you deserve a huge round of applause for what you did on November 5th, because what you did was you said no to DEI. You said yes to merit, to meritocracy. You said yes to sanity. You said yes to transparency. You said yes to making America healthy again, making America strong again, and making America first again. These people want to send us back to the Stone Ages. These people want to send us back to Karl Marx, to Vladimir Lenin. You said no. Enough is enough. You deserve a round of applause. This is a glorious day, my fellow Americans. It's an absolute glorious day. But wait, there's more. A source close to the Willis investigation also told the New York Post this. I'm going to put this in the, I'm going to bring this up right now. Is anybody surprised that she's full of herself? Does anybody actually think she's going to do the right thing and dismiss this case on her own like Jack the Ripper Smith did when he saw the writing on the wall? Or how about Judge Fake Don Juan Merchan when he saw the writing on the wall? Delaying. I'll delay sentencing. I'll delay all this stuff. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to adjourn sentencing indefinitely. That case is over. He also invited a motion from the defense. We did an entire stream on this. Fake Don Juan Merchan invited a motion from the defense. Oh, another free poll. Do you think that Fani Willis, after this case, it seems almost impossible not to get dismissed? I never say never. I don't want to jinx it, but I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think that Trump and the DOJ should get some kind of restitution and some kind of, payback for all of the harm, distress, legal fees, never mind the public defamation that Fani Willis and others have launched on our president? What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know. Do you think she should face criminal charges? You think she should be disbarred? You think she should never be allowed to step foot inside of a courtroom again? Let me know in the comments down below. She's not going to throw in the towel. Sadow? Mr. Sadow. Pitbull. The GOAT. There's no way in a million years. Fani Cash Money G. Willis. Miss, I'm for the people. It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm for the people. That's what I'm for. I'm for transparency. You actually think she's going to throw in the towel and she's going to actually do the right thing? Not a chance. This is the same person who says, I have nothing to apologize for. I have nothing to feel shameful for. After her court performance, it was literally, like the most low-class, unprofessional display of any industry, any vertical, any profession in the history of mankind. She acted a fool, made a mockery of the court, embarrassed the United States of America, insulted the sanctity and honor of this profession of the criminal justice system, of what our framers and founders envisioned as the values and principles embedded in our great republic. These are facts. She's never going to do the right thing because she's rotten to the core. She's unqualified. She has no business being in a courtroom. She's a DEI hire. 1 billion% she's a DEI hire. It wasn't based on merit. You think her election was based on merit? I know what you're going to say, Nez. No. The people voted for her. No. DEI is the purest personification of institutional racism. And if Kamala Harris, thank God Almighty, our Father in heaven, that it didn't happen. But if Kamala Harris would have won, we would have seen that institutional racism, aka DEI, run rampant like a cancer. It would have grown and spread to every corner of the world. Thankfully, the chemotherapy that's coming on January 20th is going to be pumped voluminously. But wait, there's more. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse. But wait, there's more. Here's another quote from what the source close to the Willis investigation told the Post. I would be shocked if it wasn't dismissed, but Fani has an ego bigger than the entire state. So who knows? It's going to take the actual Supreme Court. That's it. It's going to take anybody other than Fani. Now, the fact that they canceled abruptly the oral arguments without any justification, without anybody, okay, getting any legitimate reason. Why did you guys do that? Why did you guys cancel these oral arguments? We've been preparing for God knows how long, right? Then you've got the YSL case too, the Rico Young Thug case, which has been going on the longest unbelievable. You want to talk about DEI hires, the prosecutorial misconduct that is carried out by Adrian Love, who might just be the worst attorney to ever step foot in a court, besides Cash Money G. Fani Willis. If you've been paying attention to that debacle, that farce, I mean, it's hard to pay attention because it's heartbreaking. It's saddening, which is why I tout people like Mr. Sadow, which is why I tout professionals who actually hone their craft. They're craftsmen. They honor with integrity, with value, with professionalism. The YSL RICO case has been going on, the longest case in Fulton County history with no end in sight. Young Thug took a plea deal. It's gotten so out of control. But it's still going on with other defendants because Cash Money G will never stop. She will never relent. She will never give up because just like all the hypocritical, out of touch, removed from reality Hippocrats, they only care about one thing. They care about power, money, and their ego. Their ego far surpasses. You could take the worst villain in any Marvel comic. You could take the worst, most toxic CEO of the worst, most toxic hedge fund in the worst, most toxic corner of Wall Street. It cannot hold a candle to these people. Nez, how do you know these things? Because I've worked with these people. I know these people. They're weaselly, backboneless, spineless, pseudo-intellectual, heartless, like tactless, talentless, hack academics. That's what they are. Every single one of them. Kamala Harris is easily, you could substitute her with any chancellor, president of a university, or head of a department, or dean. They're the exact same mold, exact same people, which is why I am very, very heartbrokenly coming to the conclusion that I don't want my kids going to these indoctrination camps, aka higher education, unless we do something about it. Unless maybe DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, Vivek, Elon, Trump, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, the real Avengers, the American Avengers, unless they do something about this. I mean, higher education needs to be completely dismantled, brought down to its knees, and rebuilt from scratch. It has to. I've been there. I know these people. I've been commissioned by my university to go to Washington, and I've worked with these, if you could call it collaborate. It's insane. Their egos are so monstrous. Their unbelievable two-face, backstabbing, cowardly manner in which they carry and conduct their affairs, it would make any villain you could ever imagine in the history of time, fake or real, any tyrant, fake or real, sit back in awe. Sit back in awe. They are the exact thing that we voted against on November 5th. They're the exact antithesis to honor, value, principle of the American constitutional way that has made our republic the greatest there ever has been. They're a direct rebuke to that. I know these people. How many times do I need to say it? So there's no way in a million years. There is no way in a million years that Fani Willis is going to give this up all on her own. Will not happen. Will not happen. So, Mr. Sadow, I know what you're thinking. She's never going to do the right thing. She's not going to throw in the towel. This is the last case, and your lawfare, your illegalities, your bending the will of the criminal justice to your own means and ends is over. It is imminent. This is the final curtain. This is the final chapter. And boy, have we come a long way. How far have we come, everybody? How far have we come? It's just amazing to see karma at work. This has been the longest time coming. I am going on the record right now. Bookmark this. Cash Money G, Fani Willis, I hope you're watching, darling, is the least qualified DA in American history. I wouldn't hire you. If I was a manager at McDonald's, Fani Willis, I wouldn't hire you by a long shot. Your attitude, your demeanor, your dishonesty, the lies that you spew, the awful way that you conduct yourself in and out of court, the way that you fired the one person who tried to help you, the whistleblower. Every one of your actions speaks louder than your empty, hollow, vapid words. You're a pariah. You're a cancer. And we got rid of you on November 5th. And it's only a matter of time, sweetheart. It's all over. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Hasta la pasta. Can I get an amen in the comments? It is imminent. And you know who's going to keep you posted? Your boy Nez is going to keep you posted. That is what's going to happen. Okay. I would love to do a final roll call too. Let me know where you're joining me from. Replay viewers, give me a capital TR for Team Replay if you're watching on the replay. I see a lot of amens. It's good to see you there. Sando Rocks, good to see you. Amen. Robert Winsman in the house. Chuck Kreiner, good to see you. Chuck Kreiner. JB, Jim Barron, and Laura Tilford, the best mods in the world. I think Laura is actually having her official Thanksgiving today. Thank you, Valiant Thor. Mono Chasser on Rumble. Ronnie from Tennessee, holding down the fort. I love you, Ronnie. You're doing fantastic. Arlington, Washington, in the house. Gettysburg, Chuck Kreiner. Robbie Reeder, it's so great to see you. We got the best mods in the world. Riverside, very close to me. Robert Winsome, Riverside, California. Wouldn't it be great, Robert, if we could make America great again, make California great again? My gosh, that would be fantastic if we could do that. New York State, Michigan, Washington State. I love it. Tennessee, good to see you, Linda. Republic of Austin, Texas, Babylon, New York. Okay, I'm going to give shout outs to all new members and live streams. I would love to hear what you guys think of what we talked about today. By the way, if you want to get one of a kind, made in the USA, original Nez Nation merchandise, we've got all sorts of new, amazing things. All you got to do is just go to professornez.com/merch. It's in the pinned comment. It's also in the show notes and description. Go get yours now. I mean, Christmas is coming up. The holidays are coming up. Now, I got to be honest, full transparency, we're not Amazon. You're not going to get it in 2 days or 24 hours. It's made to order, so it may take a couple weeks. So get it now, so you can get them by the time Christmas is here. Get it now. Thank you, mods, for leaving a link. So awesome to see you. Okay, I'm going to give some shout outs. If you love America, please tap the thumbs up. It only takes you a nanosecond. I'm going to give shout outs to new members and super chats and super stickers. By the way, don't miss out. We're going to do a huge holiday Christmas giveaway. I'm not going to announce it. It could be random. Well, I might announce it. I don't know. It's going to be a huge Christmas holiday. And now would be a great time to become a member because as Jim Barron, who you are the best, JB, I absolutely love you, brother. Everybody shower some love to one of the best mods that has ever done it. Jim Barron, we absolutely adore you. Such a huge, huge collaborator and contributor. Jim Barron he deserves as much credit as anybody as the success of the Professor Nez Media Company as anybody else, because he's done a phenomenal job of being a part of it from the very beginning. JB, you're the man. Cannot appreciate you anymore. This is the truth. So you automatically get registered into live stream giveaways. I've given away thousands of dollars of Amazon gift cards, hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, you name it. All sorts of cool, original, made in the USA merchandise and a whole lot more. You also get boosted engagement, boosted comments, top billing, top priority when we have live guests on to ask questions. We've had amazing guests on our show, and you also get the creme de la creme. Well, actually, the creme de la creme may be the live stream giveaways. It might just be the live stream giveaways. Never mind the fact that, quite frankly, probably you're supporting the greatest channel that ever invented on YouTube and other places. I love Professor Nez. He's a good-looking guy, too. And actually, I don't watch the mainstream live stream media anymore. They're bad people. They're nasty people, really. They lie. They lie all the time. But not Professor Nez, because he does his own due diligence. He's a great guy, very smart, and always reports the truth. You got to subscribe and follow to Professor Nez. Thank you, Mr. President. I am honored. I am truly humbled, and I love you. Thank you. Thank you for making America great again. I know you've got amazing plans, and we can't wait. Thank you, Mr. President. God bless you. So the president of the United States just said you have to be a member. I mean, can you deny that? Can you, how do you go against the president? For the love of God. So you also get access to our members only Discord. If you go to our community tab, our community posts on our YouTube channel, you will see a link that only members can see. So you have to become a member here. If you're watching on Twitch, Facebook, or anywhere else, come on over to YouTube, become a member. And that way you can see the link. That way you get access. It's the invite link to our free, well, it's not free, it's for members, to our full members only Discord. It is a beautiful, thriving, engaging community. I'm in there a lot. We talk about a lot of things you can't talk about anywhere else. It's phenomenal. Congratulations to Yvonne Popovich for being a member for 7 months. Congratulations. Big round of applause. That's a huge thing. Good job, Yvonne. Congratulations. We love you. Yvonne is fantastic. Yvonne gifted a Professor Nez membership. You're amazing, Yvonne. Thank you so much. We're so happy to see you. Okay, Jeffrey, I want to get to your question. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Jeffrey Jordan says, what do you think about the fact that we're going to wind up with maybe one-person majority, which means we'll get no laws passed? So I'm an eternal optimist. I know that there was a lot of ridiculous, especially in my home state of California. Michelle Steele's seat got flipped, which was absolutely absurd. 18, 20 days after the election, just unbelievable how crazy that is. I can't even begin to tell you how upset that makes me, but we have the Senate. We still have the majority. Trump is going to get things done. He has executive order. We're going to get a lot of stuff done. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fantastic. And who knows, we may pick up some more seats in the midterms. Especially after people see, my God, this guy's actually helping our country. I truly believe, a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I truly believe what happened on that day of infamy. Let me know if you agree with this or not. July 13th, 2024. We were live, Butler, Pennsylvania, where we came just a nanomillimeter away, literally from the end of our republic as we know it. I truly believe that was divine intervention. I believe that was Providence. And I believe Trump feels that in the marrow of his bones. And I think that this second go around, he was very green in 2016. He's not a politician. Remember, this guy's not a politician. He's been a business owner, a mogul for decades. He was very green. He had no idea how Washington works. This is big. Not only does he know how it works, not only does he know how to weave the natural, effective way, but I believe in my heart of hearts, he is imbued with the light, the way, the truth of our Lord. I truly believe God is on his side. God is on our side. Because the more you look into what happened at Butler, the more you look into how far away that guy was, that it was literally a putt shot, comparatively speaking in golf terms. And the fact that he never turns his head, he never brings up that chart that early in a rally or speech. And it was a kind of, I never would say inconsequential rally, but it wasn't, it wasn't Madison Square Garden. It wasn't one of those rallies that anybody would think anything super consequential about it. We actually had some participants on our show who were there who said it was an absolute love fest. One lady came on our show and said she'd never been to a Trump rally. That was her first Trump rally. Can you imagine your first Trump rally and the guy gets an assassination attempt? And it's the biggest news story in the world? Still should be. And we still don't know anything about this guy. How crazy is that? We still don't know. Where did Matthew Thomas Crooks go? Where did he go? Where is he? What's the result of your investigation, Secret Service Director Rowe? We still don't know anything. It's absolutely absurd. It seems abundantly clear and obvious that this was another attempt to stop him because they can't legitimately win. I believe that he is backed by God, by divine guidance. And I'm telling you right now, I don't care what they try to put in front of him. God is in control. God is great. And I think God is on our side. And I think we're going to win in so many ways. Everybody's going to be prosperous in so many ways. The golden era is here, folks, because we won. We won. America won. This is the golden age. It's happening. So I don't know if that probably doesn't answer your question, Jeffrey. But that's what I think. That's what I think. Okay. Jim Barron, thank you so much for another gifted membership. 2 more. Thank you, JB. JB, you're the man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Jim. You are the best. Thank you, brother. Brother Jim is in the house. Thank you, Tracy Fagan, for the $2 super chat. The DOJ needs to send her to Rice Street. 100%. So if you're just joining us, I would highly recommend that you watch the replay, rewind, because we've been talking and sharing some insider sources, insider quotes, insider testimony, and commentary on the very last case that Donald Trump, president-elect, is facing in the debacle and farce called Biden-Harris lawfare. Fake Don Juan Merchan, it's all over. Jack the Ripper Smith, it's all over. Letitia Big Shame James and Judge Gargamel, it's all over. This is the last one. And we both know Fani Willis is not going to do the right thing. She'll never do the right thing. She may be, and by the way, even if she did do quote unquote the right thing, it would take a mountain of force from all directions, from her own faction and God knows who, that would force her to do it, because she would never do it on her own volition, not even close. She has to be forced into submission. And again, with the oral arguments being canceled, the Supreme Court of Georgia canceling the oral arguments in the disqualification hearing abruptly without any reason at all speaks volumes. And now you have these insider sources telling the Post, it is imminent. It is imminent. It's all over. Retribution, vindication, divine justice. It's here. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Before you go, please, if you love America, if you're proud of the fact that we won, please tap that thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it only takes a nanosecond. Please tap that thumbs up. Make sure you sign up for our free newsletter. It's absolutely free. That's in the show notes description, pinned comment. Make sure you sign up. All you gotta do is give us your best email, and you'll never miss out, because even if you're subscribed sometimes, you don't always get a notification. You don't always get privy to our latest releases, the truth about what's happening in our country, and abound that the fake propagandist media will never share with you. We always share with you what they bury, because the more they bury it, the more important it is. So I would highly implore you and beseech you to subscribe and follow, sign up for our free newsletter. And again, if you're interested in getting 100% original Nez Nation Patriot merch like this, or like this, look at this awesome cup. This is my coffee cup right here. We are so back. Or here, I got another hat here that this might be one of my favorite hats right here. The American people have spoken. We've got so much crazy. Again, this is all made in the USA. Amazing merchandise. Go pick it up right now. ProfessorNez.com merch. That's in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. Thank you, everybody. I love you so much. Make sure that you stick around. I'm going to keep you posted on all the latest. Love you, and thank you for being here. And as always, God bless you, and may God bless the U.S.